Hey again. So you've gotten real sick of Guardian raids. You've gotten sick of doing Chaos dungeons. You've looked through all the other content. You've blown through it all, and you're like, I want some more challenge. Well, Abyssal raids are the first real challenge in this game, in my opinion. I mean, Guardian raids are good, and Chaos gates and stuff like that. It's fun, but Abyssal raids is the first time where you start having like a lot of mechanics that will just one-shot you if the team does not work together. So you just have to go find this little tower thing. You'll find it on whichever town. Will have a different map. It's this blue crystal one. And when you open that up, you have this new menu here, very similar to the other ones, but there's no like bonuses or anything. You have a couple things to understand here. You have a weekly gold limit. So what that means is that each character that you have is able to go through and do their Abyssal dungeons. They can do every single one of them. However, if you're a high level trying to do a low level, it will actually not give you any of the gold rewards. So you can only do the ones around your level, but you can do all of them on that character. So I've done it on my main, and it shows 1 out of 6. So that means that 1 out of my 6 characters is locked in for weekly gold. So if I do it any dungeon on this one, it'll go up to 2 out of 6. So you can basically, what that means is you can earn gold from doing Abyssal raids on 6 characters, but you can do all of the Abyssal raids that they have available to them. You can do it once per character. So like I can enter Demon Beast Canyon 1 time per character per week. So I could do it 6 times technically with all 6 characters. And I am limited to 6 instances of gold. So technically, if you had 12 characters, you could do it 12 times, once each, but only 6 of them are actually going to get the gold reward. It's basically a way to lock people from just being able to massively gather tons and tons of gold by having 20, 30 alts. So the way that these work, they only have a normal difficulty. When you go up to the next tier, it's more difficult or somewhat different. So they're very different. Like it's 2 different raids. It's not like easy mode, hard mode. It's actually 2 different raids. So when you think of an Abyssal raid, if you come from other MMOs, think of this as your like actual endgame hard raid from another content. You can do matchmaking like most modes for 4-man, find parties, so you can find people that are like, please know the mechanics. Like a lot of people will say that. And then you have your rewards up here. So these are expected rewards. When you go up higher tier, you can start dropping like epic versions of the gear. The main thing for Abyssal raids, the 2 things that you're getting, is a token of that raid tier. So this one's called Knight's Oath. You can use that to trade in to buy your epic version of your gear. So you start with your blue. So this stuff here, you start with blue by doing your Chaos Dungeon. And then you can get an epic version. And then later on, you can even get a legendary version. Now, the reason why these are so important is because they actually have set bonuses. So you get a 2-piece set bonus and a 5-piece set bonus. So you can actually get some extra player power. They look different as well, so you can look cooler. So like it's really good for that. But and the gold. And you can also get your card packs and some class engravings and regular engraving books, as well as accessories. Now, I don't want to underlook the accessories because the accessories that drop from this will always have 1 engraving as your class engraving. One of the 2. It'll random the class engraving, but it will always have a class engraving. So if you do one of the first dungeon at 340, you can actually get your class engraving just by having all these accessories with it. So you can have, like, if you look at mine, I actually don't have Mayhem unlocked in any way, shape, or form except for my accessories. So we have it on every single one of these. So that's how I did it. I got it from Abyssal Dungeons. So it's very, very good gear, high rewards, but it's very difficult. So you, generally speaking, unless you're going in with a group of people that you know and you're just having fun, you want to learn the mechanics out the rip, a lot of people kind of expect that you've at least looked up a quick guide to understand what mechanics will one-shot you. So if I go in here, I'm doing matchmaking, which is usually the riskiest because you're just getting a barrel of whatever. Whereas if you go through Find Party, you'll find people that are asking, like, know the mechanics, or you have beaten it before, or whatever, right? So the way this works, you have these, just like all the other modes that are unique, you can only use your specific potions. You can't use the regular ones. You can use all your different battle items. You can restock them if you come to one of these. And is somebody not loading in? I think the one guy didn't load in. And that guy says he doesn't have the right healing pots on, so you'll probably recognize this from one of the story modes, which it's not a direct rip of that story. It's this portion is used, but then like the first and second bosses, so you can see in the top left there's 2 boss gates, and we have to get through both of them to be able to win. Now it is highly likely that while I'm trying to show this, that we wipe, that I die because I'm distracted. You should skip the cutscenes because they're cutscenes that are from the actual game, like the normal story, so you've already seen them before, or you've already skipped them before, so don't waste everybody's time, they won't like you for it. There is later on Abyssal raids that are actually unique stories once you hit tier 2. Those ones, you know, maybe watching the first time, maybe do it with friends, that way everybody gets to watch it the one time, and then you know, you don't want to waste randoms times, otherwise they're going to be annoyed with you. If they're annoyed with you, they're going to play worse. It's not about, you know, them liking it. We don't care about that. We just don't want them to play like complete potatoes. So the first couple of sections are usually go through a bunch of crappy mobs, kill them all, and then get to a gate. So this gate will then take us in to fight the first boss. So this boss here is pretty difficult, and this is where it comes in. Abyssal Raid starts adding in mechanics that will straight up one-shot you. And again, I'm probably going to die because I'm recording, and I'm okay with that. So you can see that would one-shot you. Oh, that did not one-shot me because somebody shielded me, but it probably would have done half my life. So you gotta get real good at noticing what's happening and dodging, and only using your charge abilities at specific times. And just like a Guardian Raid, there's certain abilities you can counter, there's certain abilities that you can stagger them, so you can see the stagger bar on this. Unlike Guardian Raids though, you can actually see the stagger bar. So I'm now the target, so this guy is going to jump at me repeatedly. Oh, maybe only one time this time. So he launched a puddle, now that's damage on the floor. So you don't want to put that in spots where you're going to be hanging out, because then it's a problem. And I just got hit by that again. So now he's targeting me again, so I'm going to try to put this in a non-precarious place. I'm going to set it there. And if he does the second one, so sometimes he'll do 3 in a row. So personally, I know the mechanics, right? So I'm trying not to have those puddles in the areas that we're walking. I really gotta stop getting hit by that. I'm over leveled for this raid on this character. Is why I'm not dying. If you're of level, you will pretty much die one shot from most of these things. You can see how the other players have not tried to move the stuff. So he's now staggered, and all those puddles go away when he staggers, so it's very useful when you do that. You can see the multiple health bars, because it's kind of like a story boss. And honestly, we're kind of destroying this guy, and I have a feeling somebody in here is probably a carry, which is fantastic, because then I can show up with a video. So each boss will have unique mechanics. They'll get more and more aggressive, terrible. This is the first one, right? So it's not really that hard. So that's a counterable ability. Oh, somebody actually got it. Nice. You want to do your back attacks with your back attack class. Oh, so he's now going to target me. Wait, what? Oh, okay, they killed me. So yeah, each boss will have mechanics, and you want to search ahead of time to understand which ones are going to one-shot the whole party. If you go down, you can't revive. It waits until the whole party is wiped, and then you can do that. These guys are all talking about the fight and understanding it, and one guy saying it's all. So we're into like section 2, where you just kill a bunch of ads again, and then you get to the next boss. It's gonna be a little bit of a longer video just to kind of show off a single Abyssal raid. And then you'll have to learn and figure out all the other ones on your own. check out some guides. I highly recommend Max Roll. It is a website that has very good breakdowns on the guides for Abyssal raids, and they're very good about kind of picking out this is the mechanic that will wipe everyone. They show that in their little videos. I don't think there's anything else in here that we need to be aware of. So the number of gates up here is how many it'll be. There is a raid that has three sections. You'll have whatever your current task is over here, which is usually just kill stuff or kill the boss. I think that's actually pretty much it. So maybe I won't keep you all with me, and you can have the second boss be a surprise, and you know, just try not to get one shot by it. Okay, so we're just gonna cheers as always in the middle of combat here. It looks great.